What are you hiding? You look at that, but you don't look like that. What are you hiding?
Oh wow, the ground is still soft and muddy. And this is the day after the storm. It's Monday afternoon. This is from my favorite angle of the yard. Oh, I just saw a big bumblebee land in this flower over here. You can see him sticking out there. Oh, he's big. He's big too. Well, he's on a mission now. But the sky is a nice blue. It's clear. Now I know Hilary hit really hard in a lot of areas. So I'm not gonna take from that, detract from it, but that bumblebee came back out. But in my area, my immediate area, it did not hit that hard. So I'm gonna try and brave walking by this bumblebee since he's busy doing his thing. Maybe he won't bother me too much. But I'm gonna come over here and get a good look at everything. Everything is looking really good. Oh, those flowers open. Oh, I think those are morning glories. I couldn't remember what it was that I planted there. And I think that's what that is morning glory. Looks like my tortoises are doing fine. That's Cornelia hanging out right there. I guess they didn't get flooded out too much. Look, all of them are out right now. There's Susie and Thaddeus. And she's just looking at me. Hey, Susie. Try and get my shadow out the way. Hey. I think that is just laid out. Everything is looking pretty good though. Pretty as usual. Extra green. This guy, he is something else. That's my boy. That's my sweetie. He can be sweet when he wants to be. And then the rest of the time, he's just jerk face. Look at all this angle. Those corn fell over. They had already fallen over before the winds hit, but I got a hornworm over here somewhere. I can tell because all my stems are stripped. I'm gonna have to find him if the birds haven't found him already. I'm gonna have to find him. Get rid of him. That vine from that squash that I planted at the end of this bed is just taking over this trellis. I mean, it has 3 vines going up here. And this corn is all laid down and stuff. I need to harvest it. It's past ready to be harvested. I have to harvest this and take it all out. This one and then that other bed at the end down there too. Because they're all past ready. And one more thing. That's Dahlia. He's still standing. And I got another one opening up right there. All this tomato just exploded in growth. Which is fine. I'm not mad at it. That's the only tomatoes I have growing this season. Kitty. He's just following me all over the place. It's breezy out here, but it's not super windy like it usually is. It's just breezy. I love some of those peaches. I harvested the bigger ones, the redder ones off of this tree, but I left those that are still not ready yet hanging on there, so I'm glad to see that everything is good. This bed I'm gonna have to take apart, take this corn out and plant some more stuff in here. I'm gonna leave the tomatoes and the eggplant. The eggplant seems to be rebounding since it's starting to get water again. This one had put on a fruit, and I guess it dropped it when I was having those water issues. So everything over here got watered and is enjoying the rain that we got. Oh, this got drowned. Look at all that water standing in there still. I'm gonna have to let that work itself out, maybe. I hope it doesn't hurt my plant too much. Because there's fruit in there. There's some big fruit in there. Look at tomatillo. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if I can scoop some of that out or dump it some kind of way. Sweet dumpling squash vine that is all the way over here. And look at it, it's stretched all across my walkway and going all across to the other side where the other bush squash plant is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some really serious and tough decisions about what I have growing. Obviously, this plant is producing a lot. My other plant is producing too, but I'm gonna have to cut these back and maybe cut these vines that are vining out in my walkway here and just let it continue to vine up the trellis only, because at least it's out of the way. But yeah, I'm gonna have to decide what I'm gonna do. This okra took off. And now I got okras on there. They look like they have aphids, maybe. I'm gonna have to come and squirt that off. This is the largest that an okra plant has ever grown in my garden. Ever. It took me a while before I was actually successful in growing okra. And it's supposed to grow dang near everywhere, I guess, in bad soil and everything, but I could never get it to grow. So I'm happy that it's growing and growing pretty good. Tiger, you doing okay, baby? There's my boy. He came out of the coop. Underneath this coop is a separate compartment that divides. It's a 2-story coop. So there's a lower side to this coop that I made so I can have chickens separate on this side of the yard, separate from these guys. So these were going to be my layers on this side, and on this side was going to be my meat birds separate. So it's a 2-story condo that I built for them, and it's a good thing because my tortoises have taken refuge in there before. I had set up their area, and my cats have a place to go that is safe from the weather. And so it gets used, even though there's no chickens. It's not getting used for what it was meant for. Still is a good thing, and it's getting used. So all these girls are doing fine. They're doing good. Everybody is accounted for and fine. The tortoises, the cats, the chickens. Everybody is good. The humans, we're all good. So now I'm on this side again of my garden, and look, that pumpkin plant, that vine, has come all the way out right here on my patio from all the way over there. I don't see any pumpkins on it yet, but it's growing. It's growing. So, oh, that breeze is picking up. A little steam there. This looks really nice. Well, you guys, I guess I am going to go on ahead and go run some errands that I need to run right now. This was that intersection that we passed last night. I just wanted to get some video of where we drove, how it's looking. Oh yeah, all that mud in there. That was a lake last night. The whole thing was flooded over, and all of this right here had rushing water and was all flooded. And at that Smart and Final, the parking lot over there is all muddy.
Drive.
I don't know if they're open or that truck just drove through there looking to see.
There's somebody inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that mud is nasty. And over at that Smart and Final, that parking lot, the part where that car just drove through is all muddy too. It was a lake. The water was up almost over those baskets. That basket thing. So, yeah. It's still still some standing water, but they did a good job of cleaning the mud out of the street. I just wanted to show you before the storm, during the storm, and after the storm, and what my garden looks like. I was anticipating it being a lot worse than what it turned out to be, and I'm very blessed and thankful that it wasn't as bad as I thought, or as bad as the news was saying it was going to be for my area. So with that all being said, I pray for those who are having a hard time with this, and I know that there's a lot of streets and roads that are going to need repairing and stuff, and so, you know, my prayers are still out for everybody who had a really bad go of this storm. So that'll do it for me today. I will see you guys in the next video, and as always, God bless.